Hello and welcome to this edition of FYI Weekly, your official source for City of Greensboro news and information. A former church and about 2 acres of land located on Glenwood Avenue is now owned by the City of Greensboro. The Housing and Neighborhood Development Department will move its offices to this location next year. This will serve as a pilot for the development of other neighborhood hubs designed to deliver programs and services directly to the community. The land houses the former Glenwood United Methodist Church, which recently had been owned by Christ United Methodist Church. The building will be adapted for office and public use space, including the outdoor area and indoor spaces. Housing and Neighborhood Development Director Michelle Kennedy said this first neighborhood hub demonstrates what happens when city government works hand in hand on a daily basis with communities. The city acquired the property for $30,000 and a commitment to donate 4 available buildable city lots to Habitat for Humanity of Greater Greensboro for affordable homeownership projects. Habitat will sell the homes to buyers earning less than 80% of area median income. Local funds covered the acquisition and will be used for facility upgrades and remodeling. Renovation design services will be provided by Stitch Design Shop with an emphasis on including neighborhood input into the process. The Greensboro Police Department has hired a Public Information Coordinator, which is a new position within the Public Information Office. Patrick DeSoto will serve in this capacity. This position oversees all social media strategy for GPD and assists with media inquiries under the direction of the Public Information Manager. DeSoto will serve as a liaison with media partners, including issuing news releases and advisories about homicides and traffic fatalities, as well as routine announcements such as events, initiatives, and department updates. With more than a decade in the media, DeSoto has showcased his abilities to address community concerns through outlets such as radio and social media. He has been known in the Triad as Chase Matthews on 93.1's Wake Up with the Wolf Show. Patrick was born in the Triad but has served other media markets such as Raleigh, Greenville, New Bern, Jacksonville, and York, Pennsylvania. Patrick received his bachelor's degree in broadcast journalism from East Carolina University. The city wants to capture your thoughts about how Greensboro responds when its public drinking water supply system is low, affecting water availability for consumption, sanitation, health, and fire protection. The procedures listed in this plan represent the city's formal response to such water shortages. State rules require systems to publish the plan for public comment every 5 years. There are a few ways to share your comments about the plan. Send written comments via email to Water Resources Director Mike Borchers or an email to Scott Jewell, the city's water supply manager. The deadline to submit comments is 11:59 p.m. on Saturday, November 18th. Greensboro is located at the top of the Cape Fear watershed and depends on surface water stored in reservoirs for its water supply. This makes the city more vulnerable to periods of drought compared to other utilities. For this reason, the city's water shortage response plan is based on the percentage of available surface water stored in its reservoirs. Cone Health has partnered with the city to share a series of brief and informative videos designed to inspire you to make better choices when it comes to healthy living. Following these tips is an easy way to help each of us improve our quality of life. Let's take a moment to check out today's news for your health.
When it comes to healthy eating, small changes can make a big impact on your health. Do you know what they are? Instead of using white refined flour for your baked goods, breads, and breakfast foods like pancakes and waffles, would be using whole wheat flour. It's going to have more fiber, which keeps you fuller and more satisfied, and it's going to have more minerals and vitamins as well. To add on to that, you can incorporate dried oats or flaxseed meal, hemp seed, chia seed. All of those are going to provide the same benefits, and you can use them in place of breadcrumbs. For your baked goods, in place of chocolate chips or candies, try dried fruits like these dried apricots. Dried cranberries or raisins could be used as well, or you could use nuts like walnuts, almonds, or pecans. Instead of butter, shortening, or animal fat, try heart healthy oils. You can use olive oil, vegetable oil, sesame oil. There's many out there on the market. It's specifically for baking though, you could replace the butter, shortening, or oil with an even lower calorie option that adds a hint of sweetness by using mashed bananas or unsweetened applesauce. Instead of using salt, experiment with herbs and spices for flavor. Many of us mindlessly add salt to foods before we even taste them, and herbs and spices will open up a whole new world of options. Many of them have great health qualities that promote long life and well-being. Mindfulness can be used in many different aspects of your life. For mindful eating, this means paying attention to what is going into your body, what is on your plate, how it tastes, how it smells, where it came from, and practicing mindful eating can get you better at listening to those hunger and fullness cues your body is giving you. Here are some tips to help you get started. Turn off the TV and other distractions. Research shows you eat about 14% more when you're watching TV while eating. Same thing goes for eating in front of your desk at work, checking emails, multitasking, eating in the car when driving, or with your phone or tablet in front of you at the dinner table. So put away the distractions and focus on what is on your plate. Savor that first bite. Eating really is meant to be an experience. Savoring your first bite is going to help you get more enjoyment and satisfaction out of your meal and snack times. This means you have to take your food and put it on a plate or in a bowl where you can see it. No eating out of the box or out of the bag. You're gonna eat more that way. Slow down when eating. If we're eating quickly, it does not give our stomach time to send the signals to our brain that we're full, and we often end up overeating. By slowing down, we can again get those hunger and fullness cues more clearly, and you can do this by putting your fork down between bites, sipping water between bites, and aiming for meals to last between 20 and 30 minutes. So I hope you got some great ideas for our healthy alternatives that you can use this year. For more information, visit conehealth.com/healthy eating. I'm Kate Watts.
The schedule for the Neighborhood Toolbox program is changing, and we have the lineup of speakers for the city's Environmental Justice Series. We'll have those stories and more news coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. Residents who want to borrow tools and equipment from the city's Neighborhood Toolbox Tool Lending Center can do so until Wednesday, October 25th. Current loan procedures for this popular program are coming to a close for the late fall and winter seasons, with a tentative reopening date of March 1st, 2024. Neighborhood groups with specific projects or events scheduled up to March 1st should send an email to the Neighborhood Toolbox staff to inquire about borrowing items for that purpose. Requests will be handled on a case-by-case basis. The off-season will be spent taking inventory of the tools and equipment, replacing parts as needed, and performing maintenance and thorough cleaning of all items. Until close of business on Wednesday this week, residents can still submit an online request form for items to help with individual outdoor or indoor projects or group projects. All borrowed items must be returned to the city by Tuesday, October 31st. For more information about how the program works, please visit the city's website. Neighborhood Toolbox is provided by the Housing and Neighborhood Development Department. The Ad Hoc Committee on African-American Disparity will welcome Dr. Sri Dorastant, the city's Chief Sustainability Officer, as the featured speaker at its Thursday, October 26th meeting. The event is the first of 2 monthly virtual meetings dedicated to environmental justice. The public is welcome to join the Zoom session at 6 p.m. Dorastant will discuss the concept and challenges of sustainability within the Black community and discuss ways residents can advocate change. Dorastant returned to the city of Greensboro last year. She previously worked as a regulatory compliance specialist in the city's Water Resources Department from 2007 to 2015. Most recently, Dorastant served 7 years with the New York City Department of Environmental Protection. The second program of the Environmental Justice Series will take place on November 16th when City's Transportation Director Hannah Cockburn speaks on the impact of interstates and highways within Black communities. To learn more about the Ad Hoc Committee on African American Disparity, visit the city's website. The City of Greensboro has extended the deadline for the parking fines paid in school supplies program. Now you can participate through October 31st. The program accepts new and unwrapped school supplies for a cash donation to the Guilford Education Alliance Teacher Supply Warehouse as payment for parking ticket fines. Donations must be made within 30 days of the infraction or by November 3rd. Fines for handicap parking violations are not included in this program. All supplies must be brought to the Greensboro parking office in the main lobby of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. A monetary donation may be made online by visiting the group's website. Citation holders must show a receipt to verify the donation or the value of the school supplies, which must be equal to or greater than the fine. This is the fourth year the city has partnered with GEA to support local teachers. Past campaigns raised more than $7,500 in donations. The Teacher Supply Warehouse allows Guilford County school teachers to shop for items at no cost up to 4 times a year. If your kids are talented at dribbling and making three-point shots, the city has a program that's right up their alley. Coming up after the break, we'll take a deep dive into the youth basketball and cheer programs. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. If you have kids who are aspiring basketball players or cheerleaders, the city offers a program designed for them. Joining me now to tell us about youth basketball and cheer is Tony Bird. She is the Assistant Athletic Director with the Greensboro Parks and Recreation Department. Hello, Tony. Welcome.
Hi. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. So with youth basketball and cheerleading, tell us who's eligible to participate in those programs.
So for youth basketball, it's 5 to 16-year-olds. And then youth cheerleading is 5 to 13-year-olds. So anybody in the city, they can go register at one of the 10 recreation centers.
Okay, that's very convenient. Now, obviously, you need coaches for the basketball and the cheer team.
Yes, absolutely.
Who are your coaches?
So currently, we have parents that used to like to have cheerleaders in programs, or college students, or people that just feel like they can coach. So they come, they have to fill out a background check.
Okay.
And once they fill out a background check and do an application, then they're allowed to coach. And then we tell them, the person responsible for that program will tell them where they'll go coach at.
Okay, so ideally you need coaching experience.
Yes.
Okay. I will not be signing up to be a coach because I know nothing about coaching basketball or cheerleading.
Yes.
Now, I could be a volunteer, so do you need volunteers?
We need volunteer team moms, team dads, and then helpers for the program, so they also have to fill out a background check. That's the good thing about the city. Anything we do, you have to fill out a background check.
Okay.
So that when you're around kids.
Yes.
So,
Now, if you are volunteering, what would you be doing?
So team mom, team dad, you'll be organizing the drinks, the snacks, making sure that it's the go-between between the parents and the coaches.
Okay.
So that to facilitate the information.
Sure. Okay, so there is a registration process. You said any of the rec centers around town for youth basketball and cheering. So how long is the season and what is the registration process?
Okay, so registration began on October 2nd and goes through November 30th. And you would go to the recreation center and bring a copy of the child's birth certificate, their pays card, and it's $50.
Okay.
And so after you register, the season starts, the practice starts on December 4th, and then games start the second week of January.
Oh, that's
and
a
then
cold season.
Yeah, so they practice 2-3 times a week at the recreation center you choose, and then when the season starts, the games are typically on Saturdays.
Okay. Now, if you're an adult and you like to play basketball, is there an adult version of?
There is. So we have the Adult Basketball League, which Monday, Tuesday, and Thursdays are for men's and Wednesday are for women's. And their registration ends on November 3rd, and their games are typically played at Simpkins Pavilion down in Barber Park.
Okay.
So that is $50 for the women, $55 for the women, and then it's $400 for the men's because they create a team.
Oh, okay. And I was going to say $400 per male player.
No, it's
for the whole
team.
team.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Well, I'm sure you get lots of teams, lots of competition.
Oh, they love it.
They take it seriously.
Yes, they take it very seriously.
Yes. Well, Tony, it's certainly an exciting time of the year as you've got the youth and the adults out on the basketball court and the cheerleaders on the sideline.
Absolutely.
So we do hope that you have a great season, but do come back and let us know what else is happening in athletics.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely.
It was wonderful.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Stay tuned for some interesting and useful information about Greensboro as we tell you something about the city. That's coming up after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back to FYI Weekly. One way to stay informed about decisions that impact you and our city is by attending or tuning in to City Council meetings at 5:30 p.m. on the first and third Tuesday of the month. The fourth Tuesday is reserved for a meeting as needed. The City Council has resumed meeting in the Katie Dorset Council Chamber on Level 2 of the Melvin Municipal Office Building, located at 300 West Washington Street. The public is allowed in person, but only in a limited capacity. Those who choose not to be in the building can participate virtually. The Greensboro City Council meetings are broadcast right here on GTN. The meetings are also streamed live on the city's website and on Roku. To review the council meeting schedule and agendas, please visit the city's website. Here's an opportunity to learn a little something about the city. The City of Greensboro is designated as a Family Forward certified employer by the North Carolina Early Childhood Foundation. Greensboro is the first metro city in the state to become certified. This certification recognizes employers offering policies and practices supporting the health and well-being of working families and children. People and Culture Department Director Jemiah Waterman said when we support our employees in their roles as parents and caregivers, we're not only building a stronger and more inclusive organization, but we're also empowering them to thrive both at home and at work. To achieve certification, employers must offer best practice policies in one or more of the following categories: paid leave and wages, accommodations for pregnant and breastfeeding employees, child care supports, health and wellness benefits, and scheduling practices. For more information about City of Greensboro employee benefits and culture, visit the city's website. Coming up after the break, we'll showcase our department spotlight, but first, prepare to mark your calendars for all the places to go and things to do on the town.
I'm Dave, and here's some of the special events happening this weekend on the town. The Dropkick Murphys and their iconic American Celtic punk sound are shipping up to Greensboro on October 27th. The band's full electric show tour, which includes the Interrupters and Jesse Ahern, stops at the White Oak Amphitheater with lawn tickets starting at $26.50. Get yours at the Coliseum box office or online at greensborocoliseum.com. If you've ever wanted to be on a game show, here's your chance, as the Wheel of Fortune Live stage show comes to the Tanger Center on October 27th. Guests are randomly selected to go on stage and feel like they stepped into the show itself. And yes, if you're selected, you get to spin the wheel. Tickets start at $35 and are available at the box office or online at tangercenter.com. Frightful fun awaits at Frightlight on October 27th at the Greensboro Science Center. The Omnisphere Theater hosts an amazing light show set to the sounds of the season. From Michael Jackson's Thriller to Boris Pickett's Monster Mash, this show offers tunes perfect for an evening of family fun. Tickets cost $7 and can be bought online at greensboroscience.org. If you or someone you know wants to be the next Indiana Jones, visit the Greensboro History Museum's Archaeology Day on October 28th. Enjoy fun activities and demonstrations for the whole family. Learn more about this free program online at greensborohistory.org. Enjoy a fun-filled day on October 28th at Lake Brant with something for everyone to celebrate the end of the season. Choose from a costume paddle, an interactive Creepy Creatures demonstration, or spooky stories with s'mores around a campfire. There are small charges for each activity. Sign up for one or all three on the city's website at greensboro-nc.gov. Stay tuned to FYI Weekly for more happenings on the town.
Welcome back. The City of Greensboro has more than 20 departments and several divisions committed to serving you, our residents and visitors. Let's go behind the scenes in our department spotlight. The Greensboro History Museum is the recipient of a grant from North Carolina Humanities to promote its award-winning exhibit, North Carolina Democracy, 11 Elections. The grant will support a series of teacher workshops and traveling trunks geared towards 4th and 5th grade students. Trunks will contain hands-on activities, lesson plans, and resources to give students the tools they need to connect with the political history of North Carolina. North Carolina Humanities works to connect North Carolinians with cultural experiences that spur dialogue, deepen human connections, and inspire community. The nonprofit is one of the oldest and largest cultural funding resources in North Carolina. In partnership with the community, the Greensboro History Museum collects the city's diverse history and connects people to that history and one another through interactive exhibits, educational programs, and community dialogue. Located in downtown Greensboro's Cultural District, the museum is open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Admission is free. For more information, visit the museum's website. Straight ahead on the other side of the break is this week's Way to Go GSO shout out. Stay with us. As we draw to a close, we always want to end on a positive note with our Way to Go GSO shout out. This week's shout out goes to Guilford Works. The Workforce Development Department received the 2023 Governor's NC Works Award of Distinction in the category of Outstanding Innovative Partnership. Together with NC Works, Guilford County, and Triad Goodwill, Fresh Start attempts to help solve local labor force shortages while providing meaningful employment to those re-entering the workforce post-incarceration. Guilford Works has expanded its Fresh Start initiative to concentrate on solutions for immigrant and refugee populations and veterans. In a congratulatory letter, Governor Roy Cooper stated this initiative was selected from among many deserving partnerships from across our state because it embodies the true spirit of NC Works and workforce development. Way to go, Guilford Works. That concludes this edition of FYI Weekly, but you can easily stay connected to the latest city news by linking to us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. Alexa users can subscribe to our 5-minute flash briefings, which airs on 90.1 FM and 100.7 FM. Be sure to download both weekly podcasts, Talk City Greensboro and Connect GSO, plus GTN is streaming on Roku. For all of us here at the City of Greensboro, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.